My dear Georgie, the next thing you will be interested in hearing of is the progress of the emulative moustaches of the two other members of the triumvirate. They are more distressing, more comic, more sparse and meagre, more straggling, wandering, wiry, stubbly, formless, more given to wandering into strange places and sprouting up noses and dribbling under chins than anything that nature ever produced, as I believe since the flood. Collins has taken to wiping his, which are like Plornishgenter's eyebrows at dinner, and eggs are not near his nose, but begin at the corners of his mouth, like those of the witches in Macbeth. I've suffered so much from contemplation of these terrific objects from grey dawn to night in little carriages that this morning, finding myself with a good looking-glass and a good light, I seized my best razor and, as a great example, shaved off the whole of the Newgate fringe from under my chin. The moustache remains, and now looks enormous. But the beard I have sacrificed as a dread warning to competitors, which I am bound to add does not produce the least effect, they merely observing with complacency that it looks much better so. On the Swiss side of the Simplon, we slept at the beastliest little town in the wildest kind of house, where some 50 cats tumbled into the corridor outside our bedrooms all at once in the middle of the night. Whether through the roof or not, I don't know, for it was dark when we got up, and made such a horrible and terrific noise that we started out of our beds in a panic. I strongly objected to opening the door, lest they should get into the room and tear at us, but Edward opened his and laid about him until he dispersed them. At Domo d'Ossola, we had 3 immense bedrooms, Egg's bed 12 feet wide, and a sala of imperceptible extent in the dim light of 2 candles and a wood fire. But we're very well and very cheaply entertained. Here we are, as you know, housed in the greatest comfort. We continue to get on very well together indeed, though I'm rather confirmed in general suspicions I've long entertained that other men in general, and Collins in particular, spit and snort rather more than I have ever found it necessary to do, particularly in the early part of the day. We really do admirably. I lose no opportunity of inculcating the lesson that it is of no use to be out of temper in travelling, and it is very seldom wanted for any of us. Egg is an excellent fellow and full of good qualities. I'm sure a generous and staunch man at heart. He's not above the average intellectually, but I believe he is in a good and honourable nature. I shall send Catherine from Genoa a list of the places where letters will find me. I shall hope to hear from you too, and shall be very glad indeed to do so. No more at present. Ever, most affectionately, C.D.